Surprising absolutely nobody, Kevin Feige is not a fan of anything Marvel that was handled by other people outside of him when it comes to Marvel Studios and treatment of some of these characters. So let's talk about the many problems he has with non-Marvel Studios characters and films. Marvel owns all of Marvel's characters. I think we're all on the same page with this. So characters like Spider-Man that aren't controlled by Marvel as a whole obviously are in a interesting place. But there are characters that were controlled by Marvel that were handled by Marvel Entertainment, such as Daredevil, Iron Fist, Runaways, Cloak and Dagger, which Marvel is still not a fan of how many of these characters were treated and handled. So, in the book, MCU The Reign of Marvel Studios, which I'm still reading, and it is an absolutely, it's an amazing read, honestly. There's a lot of interesting stuff in here. They talk about how Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige has looked at the Marvel brand ever since he started working on it. And what they talk about is how Iron Man started off in the early 2000s along with Hulk, Ben Affleck's Daredevil, Fantastic Four, Ghost Rider, Spider-Man, the X-Men. And he says that you see a lot of these characters in limbo, and they're being controlled by studios who don't care about them. They don't own them. They're just leasing them out, and they're trying to do whatever they can to just literally secure them. And he talks about how these characters are tossed into these projects as just sort of a rights holder, and how ever since Kevin Feige came to Marvel and started working with Marvel in the early 2000s, his goal was to go out there and regain all the characters. And they detail how him and Avi Arad sat down, and he told Avi, Iron Man is at Universal, and it looks like he's going to be passed around. Thor is at Sony. Captain America might be going to WB. Pull back all of these licenses. Pull them back to Marvel. Don't worry about the long term right now. We're going to have our time and place with these characters. So that's exactly what they started to do to try to regain control of them. While Kevin Feige ascended, we then saw Avi Arad fall into a different sort of a mentality where he just wanted a stranglehold on Spider-Man. And this caused conflict. And essentially it all boils down to we could all work together and help one another, but the rivals never wanted to make it a reality. And this all goes back to the early days of Spider-Man and X-Men, where he tried to convince them all a shared universe is going to pay off for all of us, and everybody told him that it would be an absolute flop. There's no sense in doing it. You can't share licenses and characters. It doesn't matter that they coexist in the comics and won't work on film. And ultimately, he decided, get all the rights back and start these movies, and we're going to prove to them that it works. And well, here we are now.